Hey guys, Sophia here with turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com and I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about the 2022 IFBB Pro League Arnold Classic UK bikini, fitness, figure, and women's physique results. Every single division was amazing. And a quick little side note, I don't normally talk about myself in these videos. However, you might recall not that long ago I told you I was having my fourth baby. Well, I am finished with the whole postpartum thing and I am competing again. Back on the stage. I'm so excited. I'm just a baby doing regional shows, but if you're at all curious about my journey and what it's like to compete again after having babies, you can come find me at Turquoise Toffee on Instagram. And I've got another recap coming your way from last weekend in San Antonio, so make sure you subscribe. Okay, so in terms of Olympia, the Arnold UK is a big one, Tier 2, which means the winner qualifies, 2nd through 5th receive a lot of points, and then at the end of the qualification period, the top 3 in all of these divisions also get to go to the Olympia. So beginning with pro figure, oh my gosh. In first place, Lola, woo! 2nd, Gabriella. 3rd, Paula. 4th, Jennifer. And 5th, Megan. So cool. This was fun. So in 5th place is Megan. She looks awesome. I love how round and full all of her muscles look. Like when I look at her, I just see curves. She has curvy quad sweeps, curvy lats, curvy round delts, beautiful curves in her arms. Just absolutely fantastic. Nice definition too. Like check out how much detail you're seeing in this lump of quad right here. Amazing. So much detail coming through on her legs. Beautiful V-taper. She just looks awesome. I did notice that in her back pose, her arms are a little off. I wouldn't mind if they were a little bit lower. I know she's definitely trying to get those lats really big to really show off that V-taper, but it's kind of flattening her shoulders. And then I also noticed that this shoulder seems a little bit more rounded, whereas this one seems a little bit more sloping. So I wonder if that's something she could just play around with her hands a little more, try to figure out the best way of creating a bit more symmetry with those shoulders. Her glutes are unreal, extremely large, really nice fullness, great size on the sides. I think she looks really quite amazing. The other thing that I did notice, I felt like the straps on the back were maybe a little bit too tight. Like it's almost binding her skin a bit. So just a few minor changes, but I think her conditioning was amazing. I think her shape is beautiful and she's got really good size. So she looks awesome. Okay, next in 4th is Jennifer, and I actually think Jennifer has kind of a different look than our 5th place winner. Rather than a lot of curviness and roundness, when I look at Jennifer, I see long and lean. Her quads are long, beautifully defined, nice shape. She still has a lot of gorgeous curve to her sweep, but it's just a different shape overall, and I think it looks gorgeous. She's got a tremendous V-taper, and man, I cannot get over her delts, particularly from behind. Like in the lineup, she looks unreal. Her upper back is phenomenal. So she's got a gorgeous shape, great size. I like her glutes. They're a little bit they're a narrower shape and they really fit beautifully with her legs and her V-taper. I think she's overall got a really nice, very pleasant silhouette. Her conditioning is lovely. I think, we might see a little bit more striations in the legs from some of the other competitors, but I don't think you necessarily need to be super, super, super dry and ripped. I think what Jennifer has here is gorgeous, and I love her suit. I think her posing is amazing, and I think she looked really good. Oh, okay. Here's one thing I remember noticing. I feel like the straps are too noticeable. Like they're too thick. I think you might agree with me when we see all the ladies lined up that when the straps are a little thinner and a little bit more delicate and just a little more subtle, it makes the waist look even smaller from behind. You can let me know in the comments if you agree. Here we go. Okay, Paula in 3rd place, incredible. Man, she has an extreme shape. Very large shoulders, very broad collarbone, giant lats, nice small waist, very large and very detailed quads. So holy smokes, her shape is outrageous, really something. From behind, her glutes are killer. You've got a little bit of striations happening. They're really sharp. The glute hem tie-ins are like pointy triangles. The angles on the side, that's wow. Perhaps a hair too much, maybe. I don't know. Figure is hard because you want to be hard and you want to look super crazy athletic, but you can't be going too far towards the women's physique side of things. Man, she has a tiny waist, very impressive back from behind, beautiful posing. Her shoulders look level, her lats look very symmetric. I think she just looks really quite fantastic. But like I said, the conditioning might have been maybe a hair too much in the back. Her quads her glutes are really, really something else. Overall, she's got a great shape, really quite exaggerated. Like I said, every piece of her is just giant, and that's so cool. All right, next in second place is Gabriella. Beautiful suit, beautiful earrings, amazing conditioning. So her legs are so detailed. Oh my gosh, feathering. The lines are so clear, so crisp. Great abs. I think she's got just sensational six pack. She's got a really nice fullness and roundness in her lats. So her V taper is really quite lovely. It's just a beautiful shape. Her silhouette is amazing, but man, her detail in her legs is awesome. I'm loving this line separating her glute. Oh, so good. And yet she doesn't quite have the striations like we saw in our third place winner in her glutes. Like there's just a little bit more roundness, a little bit more fullness. And I think that's a good thing. Clearly, second place, she did really, really well. She's more petite. She's not the largest lady on stage, but she has great shape. And I think it's very like aesthetically pleasing, just very proportionate, very balanced. And that purple suit is beautiful. Okay, now in first place is Lola. I am so excited by this. She looks incredible. I didn't have a back pose picture to share with you, but this still gives you an idea of her glutes, of her legs, her conditioning. Crazy. So she's got that amazing detail all over her legs. Her arms look beautifully detailed as well. You get a really nice shape to her delts. Her biceps and her triceps have gorgeous curves. Her abs are amazing, and her waist is so small. Like she just blows everybody out of the water with how tiny her waist is. And then again from behind, you're seeing crazy amounts of detail, really good three-dimensional, but yet there's still a fullness and a softness in her glutes. They're really round. They're not overly striated. So I think she really nailed it. She's got the detail, you got adductors, you got hamstrings, but there's still a very good amount of that 3D full roundness all over in her delts, in her lats, just amazing. But most of all, what stands out to me is how incredible her V taper is, and that's because of that tiny waist. So she looked amazing. Okay, so here's everybody side by side. Lola completely stands out. She is spectacular. Her waist is so small, so everything is just the perfect X shape. She's so broad up top, tiny in the middle, and then a beautiful balance with the bottom. I don't think anybody else comes near her in terms of that shape. I think Gabriella's suit is too low. I think it needs to come up much higher, closer to her belly button. Right now it's almost like a hip hugger. I think it needs to come up thinner and higher. Beautiful legs on everybody. I think Jennifer's conditioning could have been a tiny bit more maybe. I know I said before that I really liked it, and I do, but when you compare her to the other ladies, they do definitely have a little bit more showing in their legs. But man, oh man, Lola, those abs, incredible. And now from behind, do you see Jennifer's delts? Those are absolutely gorgeous. But again, Lola really kind of steals the show. Her waist is so small, her V taper is incredible, and her back is so 3D, and those glutes are gorgeous. Nobody else has the same kind of shape as Lola. I think Megan comes kind of close with the way that her glutes are round on the top and angle down. But Lola is really something. She's got great definition and just the most amazing shape. So I think she did a really good job. The top 5 was absolutely phenomenal, but for sure, I don't have any arguments with Lola. So in terms of Olympia, Lola is qualified already. Gabriella's way up to 20. Paula has 18. Jennifer was already qualified, and Megan has 5. Okay, so as for pro fitness, this is really exciting looking at the scorecard. So first of all, top 5, everybody. Tara in first, Michelle in second, Camara in third, Corinne in fourth, and Jasmine in fifth. Now, when you take a closer look, you'll notice that Camara won in the, what they labeled there as judging, so that's the physique round, and then Tara was in first place in the finals, which is the routine. And it's the finals, their routine, the gymnastics, the flips, the jumps, the strength, that matters more. It has more emphasis in terms of the proportion of points and how they determine the winner. So the routine is crucial. Now, if you take an even closer look, you'll see that Michelle had 6 points for the physique and 12 for her routine. And then Tara had 12 for her physique and 6 for her routine. So at the end of the day, they had the same score. Crazy. That is so amazing. But like I said, it's that routine where they're doing all of their insane acrobatics that matters more. So at the end of the day, Tara came in first place. I think that's so exciting. Isn't that amazing? So here's Jasmine, unbelievable physique. She's got so much muscle, great size. Her arms are massive, huge biceps, huge triceps, amazing delts. That's just incredible. She looks awesome. Really nice V-taper as well. Nice small waist, particularly in this side pose. We really notice her lats. She's got a nice shape in her glutes, really beautiful, but I do think she's lacking in the conditioning. Fitness is supposed to be very similar to figure, and so she's got the shape for sure, and she is a figure competitor, but we need more conditioning. I want more detail. I want to see the adductors. I want to see the hamstrings. I want to see more detail in the quads. Her abs look great, but I'm so impressed by her size, and I think she looks beautiful, but just a little bit more. That's all. And here's a quick look at her routine. Okay, next is Corinne in fourth. Oh, I'm always impressed by Corinne. I think she's improving so much show to show. She's a more petite competitor with some of these massive women, and she's holding her own. She's got great conditioning. You've got lots of nice detail coming through on her legs. Her abs are so flat, nice definition in there. For sure, she still needs more lat, more shoulders, more arms, but I think she's doing incredible. Great suit, although it's kind of crooked here, so I think she just needed to pull this side up a little bit. And I think from behind, her glutes look great. She's got nice detail coming through with her adductors. So overall, a fourth place is really good. And I'm really excited watching her show to show and seeing her always in the top 5. And there's a quick look at her routine. All right, next is Camara, and if you recall, she was in first place for the physique portion. Amazing body. Her muscle is gorgeous. A lot of size. Those glutes are out of this world. So beautifully rounded. Really nice size. Great shape. A gorgeous amount of muscle on her back too. She's got really good delts. Great abs. Beautiful legs. Like, she's got just a really nice shape. I do think the conditioning could have been more to show more of the detail within the muscles. You are seeing some of that separation coming through, and she's got great abs, but I think we're kind of missing some of the, some of those lines and grooves in the back. A little bit more hamstring perhaps could have been showing through, just a little bit more detail in the quads. But I think her physique is really sensational, and it's exceptional, and she looks beautiful. Her suit is really fun, nice colors, and her posing looks really good too. So overall, I'm super impressed. Her routine Stop. This is too much. She had a tricycle. Oh my God. So creepy. So good. I really think this is next level. Okay, next in second place was Michelle. Oh, she looks beautiful. I love this suit. I love her makeup. She looks super confident, great abs. Really nice size. Her legs have such a beautiful sweep, really nice roundness and fullness. Her hamstrings look really good. Great size and amount of muscle in her arms as well. You know, she doesn't come across as petite or too slim. She is nice and full and round and great V-taper, nice small waist. Like overall, she's got great structure, beautiful calves. Awesome. But I do think the conditioning was lacking in the sense that we're not seeing enough detail in the muscle. We're not seeing enough of that, you know, that deep groove coming down the side of the leg, a little bit more outline of the hamstring, the glute ham tie-ins could be showing more. So just overall, I needed a little bit more conditioning to really take it over to the next edge. The other thing I noticed in this pose here, I think it's beautifully flattering to her arms, but I wish that she was pulling her chest out and her tummy more back. I think right now it's creating like a curve outwards when it would be even more flattering if the curve was the other way, more like how the bikini girls are, where the ribs and the chest and the shoulders are very up and then the tummy is really sucked in. So that's my suggestion, but I think she looks incredible, and you know, you look at that scorecard and clearly it was a great competition. And there's a look at her routine. What a cool costume. All right, and now in first place is Tara. Love it. Another Canadian in first. So cool. And she looks awesome. She's got a great V-taper. Her delts look amazing. Nice height. She's posing really well to really show off her V-taper. Great sweep to her quads. Even in the side pose, you're getting a nice amount of detail in the quad here. Great obliques. Really beautiful posing. From behind, she's got some good 3D quality to the muscles up in her back. I think her delts look really good. You know, again, I still think the conditioning could have been a little bit tighter, but you still do see quite a lot of detail in the legs. Just the back of the leg, I think it would be nice to see a little bit more of that definition surrounding the hamstring. I think her glutes have a really nice, large and round shape. She's doing really good. She's got great calves. I love seeing that she's got another first place on her belt. Just, this is awesome. Oh, and the other thing I noticed, I really like how she's got the triangles of her top really close together. I think that gives you such a good vantage point of her lats. So it looks really good. And there's a quick look at her routine. Okay, so everybody's side by side, super impressive. Some of the shoulders, like Jasmine's shoulders, are insane. I think Camara, Tara, Michelle. Like I said, Corinne is a little bit more on the petite size, but her conditioning looks really good. Some beautiful legs, great sweep. Camara really has a beautiful shape overall, but Tara holds her own, and her V-taper looks really nice. Michelle, I think her waist looks nice and small in this front pose. It's beautiful. Everyone looked really good. And now from behind, I'm really quite drawn to Camara and that roundness in her glutes, but also the roundness in her quads. I think she's got really good curves. Jasmine's V-tapers really, really stand out. Michelle as well, really nice V-taper. It was gorgeous. It was a really fantastic top 5. But check out Corinne, check out how good her conditioning is. She looks really good. Really nice amount of detail coming through on her back. So, I mean, everybody has some pretty spectacular qualities about their physiques, but at the end of the day, those routines really matter. So in terms of Olympia, Tara was already qualified, Michelle was already qualified, Camara is up to 7, Corinne is up to 16, and Jasmine has 6. Okay, pro bikini. Here we go. In first place, Ashley. Second, Ivana. Third, Jordan. Fourth, Ellie. And fifth, Stina. So here's Stina in fifth place. Gosh, she looks so beautiful. I didn't have a picture of her in her back pose, but I still wanted you to be able to see how beautiful her glutes are. She's got an amazing shape. Her hourglass is really exceptional, extremely exaggerated, almost maybe too much. And here's what I mean by that. When I look at Stina, I really notice how far her glutes stick out from her body. It's even more than her shoulders. And so I think if she could maybe just pull the shoulder a little bit more to be lined up with the glute, I think it would create an even better balance between upper and lower body. And I did notice something else in the way that she poses that I will point out when we get to the lineup. So stay tuned for that. But in terms of her conditioning, it's just beautiful. She's got this gorgeous softness and fullness in her legs. You're seeing that nice groove, but you're not seeing any kind of crazy detail. Great obliques, really flat stomach, and beautiful delts and nice shape in her arms. But what gets me overall is her crazy S curve. That is really something else. I think she did amazing. All right, Ellie in fourth place. Tremendous. Oh, she looks so good. I love how you really see her hamstrings from behind. Nice glute ham tie-ins. She's got a gorgeous roundness to the top of her glutes. It's just like a shelf, right? It looks so good. What an amazing amount of size, and she's got great hamstrings too. But you really notice she's got a good balance between how far out this shoulder is and how far out the glute is. So that's kind of what I was getting at before. So just this really nice, simple, beautiful curve, great curve to her hamstrings, right down to her calves. It's just a gorgeous shape. And again, the conditioning is nice. You've got oblique, you've got flat abs, you've got some curves in the arms being shown off, that little bit of a deep groove coming around the quad, but you're not seeing any kind of crazy detail in the quad itself. There's not much vascularity at all showing through. So she's got this lovely combo of hardness, but also some softness still. So I think she looks absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful suit, beautiful smile, great posing. Okay, Jordan in third. Amazing. Her waist is so teeny tiny, and having her hair as short as it is allows you to see her amazing hourglass from behind. It's really exceptional. She's got a beautiful balanced hourglass from the front. Again, like I was talking about, where the delt and the glute are really in a nice proportionate balance with each other. So the upper body and the lower body look really good with that tiny waist in the middle. My gosh, she's got a really nice lat too. So that curve is just awesome. Again, the conditioning is a little bit more on the soft side. So you have super defined obliques, really flat abs, that groove coming down, but the quads themselves still have a fullness and a roundness, and they're not overly hard. They're just beautifully defined and full. Great curve to her hamstrings as well. And then from behind, you've got a nice glute ham tie-in. You've got nice roundness on the sides and fullness to the middle of her glutes, and just a little bit of those hamstrings showing through. So overall, what gets me with her is her tiny waist and that beautiful hourglass figure from behind in particular. But I think she just looks gorgeous in every angle. And I love the lipstick with her suit. Perfect. Okay, Ivana in second place. Okay, so now I feel like the conditioning is a little bit harder than what we've seen from the other three athletes. We've got a bit more vascularity in her arms. I think her abs are showing a little bit more. The obliques are really kind of almost detailed in the obliques themselves. You've got more of a deepness to the groove. There's a little bit more going on in the leg, right? Like there's just a little bit more of a hardness with Ivana. And yet she's got these very round, very full glutes, really well-defined glute ham tie-ins, nice curve to the inside of her legs as well as the outside. You notice her arms, her delts. She's got really beautiful delts, I think, from behind in particular, but also, in front, she's got this really nice curve and it's great hourglass shape. So it's a little bit harder of a look than the other girls, but still that gorgeous hourglass shape. She looks healthy. She's got a beautiful smile. Her makeup is perfect. I've said it before. I still think her hair is a tiny bit too long. I think she could trim that just a little bit so it's not resting on the top of her glutes. But otherwise, I do think she looks absolutely amazing. Okay. First place, Ashley. Oh, this is so good. The suit is gorgeous, but what I love even more about the suit is how perfect her lipstick matches. It looks so good. Like this picture here, her smile is so beautiful. Just such a pretty overall look with the suit, the colors. And I zoomed in and I noticed that she even has a bit of that burgundy color in her earrings. That's amazing. She looks so good. Ashley also, like Ivana, has a little bit more of a hardness to her conditioning. So you really notice the six pack in her abs. Her obliques are really defined. The groove in her leg is really easy to see, but yet still a curviness and a fullness in her hamstrings and her glute. Clearly, very full glute. Beautiful. It's just a slight curve in her quads. Beautiful from behind, nice curves in the inside of her legs. And then in terms of the conditioning, you see her hamstrings outlined. You have a really well-defined glute ham tie-in, just the slightest bit of her adductors showing through. It's gorgeous. I think her conditioning is really good. It's that perfect combo of hardness, but still looks like a soft, beautiful bikini athlete. She's got really small waist. I think her hair is perfect. The shape of her haircut is like exactly what I always talk about, where it's got this V, this triangle. It shows off the delts, highlights the hourglass. Like she does everything right, clearly, and she looks amazing. Okay, so everybody's side by side. Wow. I am drawn to Stina's glutes. I'm drawn to Jordan's beautiful delts and her tiny waist. I'm drawn to Ashley's amazing six-pack. I'm drawn to Ivana's conditioning and just how beautifully I see her quads outlined. And with Ellie, I'm drawn to her overall shape. I think she's got a really nice balance. And like I said before, that really nice softness, right? She's got this fullness in her shoulders, and yet still you're seeing oblique, you're seeing definition. Ugh, it's gorgeous. This was an amazing top 5. Everybody looks incredible. And I told you I was going to mention something about Stina when we got to the lineup. So one thing I did notice is the angle that Stina is holding her hips is a little different than the rest. So whereas I see her belly button almost like pointing towards the floor, Ashley, for example, is pointing towards the side. Same with Ivana, same with Ellie, same with Jordan. So I wonder if that is contributing to how like far out her lower body is. And maybe if she kind of pulled up a little bit, it would make that balance even more. Anyway, just a theory. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm crazy, but overall, wow, what an amazing top 5. Now, from behind, okay. Unbelievable. So here's where I'm talking about. You see a little bit more definition from Ashley in the hamstring. You see it a bit more with Ellie here too in the hamstrings. I think Ivana really has some good detail in her glute ham tie-ins. One thing I noticed, you don't see it on Stina, but you do see it with everybody here. There's almost like a line going through everybody's tan. Do you see that? What is that all about? I wonder if it was something about like the tan wasn't quite dry when everybody was sitting. I don't know. I don't know what would cause a line like that on everybody consistently. Man, besides that, clearly everybody looks amazing. Can't get over how small Jordan's waist is, but I think Ashley has done a sensational job with her delts. Look at how round and full they are from behind, like even beside her, Ivana and Jordan. Ashley's delts just look really good. They're really coming out far. And does that ever give her an amazing hourglass? So I'm so impressed. It was really, really good. Now, in terms of Olympia, Ashley was already qualified. Ivana was already qualified. Jordan was already qualified. Ellie was already qualified. And Stina is way up to 19. So good. Okay, pro women's physique. Here we go. In first place, Anne-Lorraine. Second, Barbara. Third, Julia. Fourth, Sophie. And fifth, Tanya. Okay, Tanya in fifth looks amazing. I love her bright suit. Her hair is awesome. Her makeup, all of her jewelry is beautifully coordinated. She looks fantastic. Her waist looks so small, particularly in this front pose. She's got gorgeous roundness and full sweep. Great shape to her quads. Nice conditioning in detail near the knee, though I do wish that the detail was a little bit up higher as well. But she's got great abs and really nice full lats. Oh man, in this side, amazing. Her shoulders look fabulous. Great detail in her legs. Just awesome. In the back pose, I think she's got really good V-taper, but there's some wrinkling on this glute here. So I think she just has to play around with how to hold her leg to make both of those glutes look sensational at all times. But overall, I'm super impressed. I think she looks really good. All right, Sophie in fourth place. Gorgeous, really nice shape. Her glutes, wow. Fabulous size, really nice, firm, round, full, great angles. That's crazy. And then she's got amazing legs, really good curves. The sweep on the inside of the thigh and the outside of her quads looks unreal. Really nice. Good conditioning. That's what I mean about it going a little higher up into the hip area. Looks really good. Great abs, nice small waist. Beautiful lats. Somehow, maybe it's just the angle of the photographer, but like this lat seems to be showing a little bit better than this one. I wonder if maybe her suit is crooked. No, I don't know. I'm not sure. It could just be the angle, like I said. But man, she's got great detail in her arms too. Look at all that vascularity. Her biceps are perfectly outlined. I think she looks awesome. Really nice round delts and great 3D muscles from behind. A little bit of wrinkling in the skin here, so I'm not sure what she could do in terms of posing just to, make everything nice and smooth. But overall, I think, man, she's got a great shape and great size. All right, Julia in third place. Okay, her conditioning is crazy. Look at the detail. It goes all the way up to her suit. Her abs are really defined. She's got lots of vascularity in her arms. Man, she looks crazy. So much detail everywhere, like down into her forearms. Her back looks amazing. Look at these delts. Yeah, she looks incredible, and I think the conditioning really takes her to another level. Her waist is tiny. Her glutes are amazing. Really great roundness on the sides. You got some striations happening, so really firm, really lean. Beautiful detail into her hamstrings. Yeah, I think she looks awesome. I really like her abs, and I think she's got really nice proportions too. It's a very aesthetically pleasing look. You go from these beautiful shoulders to the lats to the nice small tummy and very lovely legs. They're not too big, they're not too small. Like everything is just a nice match. Great proportions. So I think she did a really good job. All right, so Barbara came in second place. Gosh, she's really incredible. I love her glutes. They're so large, but they've got a great shape. And even though they're really well defined and outlined, they're not crazy striated. They're just super firm and really good definition all the way around. Looks fantastic. She's got great 3D quality in her back in particular. I think the low back all the way up to her traps, to her delts. Really beautiful from behind. Her V-taper looks awesome. Great shape, nice fullness in her legs too. Her definition is really good, really nice detail coming in her legs. You call it crazy vascularity, great abs, nice small waist. Like she looks really tremendous. I'm not crazy about the suit only because I don't find that it's vibrant enough. It's more of a subtle color. It's okay, but it's not my favorite. But that's just me. I think overall she looks really good, and what a crazy competition this was for women's physique. Okay, Anne-Lorraine in first. Oh my gosh. Her conditioning is nuts. Look at all those striations in her glutes. Look at all the detail in the back of her legs. You've got hamstring, you've got adductor, you've got like 3 levels of calf muscle showing through. She just looks crazy. Her abs are so defined. Her legs have so much feathering. Like, look at that. Look at that. That's crazy. She was super lean. Her conditioning is just next level. And then add on top of that how big she is. She's got a lot of size. She's extremely tall. You can't help but notice her on the stage. She really stands out. Her suit is vibrant and eye-catching, and it fits her perfectly. So, I mean, she just looks amazing. Let's look at the lineup. Okay, so there's everybody side by side. Oh my. Everyone looks amazing. Some fabulous V-tapers. I really like Barbara's lats. I think Sophie has some great lats too. Tanya's shape overall looks really good. I like the kind of the bubble of quad that she has here close to her knee. Really nice curves. Julia has great curve all the way from the suit, though I do think her suit could come up higher. She's got that more hip level strap, and I think it could be higher by her belly button, like Anne-Lorraine's is here. Anne-Lorraine, like I said, she's so tall. She's got crazy detail coming through. Nice small waist, beautiful V-taper. The V-tapers on everyone really is sensational. But now from behind, wow, Anne-Lorraine's glutes. Like when you look at the glutes all across, hers stand out. They are so outlined, right? It's like shadowy. There's such a deepness in her outlining of the glutes. And then you've got some striations. You've got such detail in her hamstrings. Her back is like crazy 3D, tiny waist. I think Barbara still looks really good beside her in second place. I think her V-taper looks really good, very smooth, nice roundness and fullness, a different kind of glute on Barbara than on Anne-Lorraine. But clearly Anne-Lorraine had what the judges wanted at this show. Super hard, really big, and just very intense. Beautiful. Okay, so in terms of Olympia, Anne-Lorraine was already qualified, Barbara was already qualified, Julia has 7, Sophie has 6, and Tanya has 6. So don't forget, I've got another recap from the weekend coming your way, and there are 2 big shows coming up this weekend as well. So make sure you subscribe, give me a like if you like this video, comment below with what you thought of these top 5s. Were you surprised? Did you see my prediction video? Do you think I did pretty okay? Let me know. Come find me at turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com and of course on Instagram at turquoisetoffee.